The Chief Minister said creating the negotiating template for the treaty and identifying the compromises that we could live with were among the most challenging aspects of the agreement. With the right-wing media focusing on the issue of joint patrols, the Chief Minister clarified exactly what this meant.
The issue of surveillance at sea is a completely different one. It cannot be about boots on the ground because you're talking about sea, not ground, and the issue at sea is different. But you know our position on our waters, and you know Spain's position on our waters. We have nonetheless now got a vessel that is going to be crewed jointly by those who will be representing Gibraltar and those who will be representing Spain. That will be doing work which relates to immigration, but both sides accept that when matters are not related to immigration, they will only be able to deal with the respective officers of the respective jurisdictions with other matters. And from the airport to the port, you need to read the text very carefully.
Which I haven't yet.
Well, I'll tell you what the text says, and it doesn't disclose anything that I haven't spoken about already. What the text says is that you can go and patrol from one border crossing point to another only at a time outside the fixed opening time of the border crossing points. Now, there isn't going to be a border crossing point at the port because we're never going to establish it, because the traffic is never going to be such that we're going to allow it to become a border crossing point. So you have only the border crossing point at the airport. So first of all, there is nothing to patrol between. So no boots on the ground. And second, the border crossing point at the airport is going to be open 24 hours a day. Because although we might not have flights, we might have people arriving in a yacht who have to do clearance in that way. You might have somebody arriving in a container vessel that's doing a crew change. He needs to be cleared that day.
As for Brexiteers complaining, he said they were the ones that got us into this mess in the first place. He revealed that there would be a consultation on residency rules, which he expects to publish before the 10th of April. Turning to some of the concerns raised by the business community, he said they had been fully briefed in so much as they could be.
People have to understand that we were within kissing distance, but there was a lot of detail that was not yet agreed. It's the detail that people want. Even today, we don't have the forms. The Attorney General, as I've said in Parliament, is in Brussels agreeing new types of forms with the Collector of Customs and with the other relevant authorities. This detail is falling into place. It will be ready, but we have briefed as much as we have been able to with the very best intention to ensure that business has everything that it needs. What we're doing actually is going to enable business to have a much larger playing field, a much larger reach.
On concerns about the possible dilution of Gibraltar's Britishness, he said the opposite was true.
If they are British products, they will be cheaper in Gibraltar than anywhere else in the European Union and cheaper than in the UK. Because in the UK, they have 21% VAT. In Europe, anywhere else in Europe except Luxembourg, they'll have 21% VAT. And in Luxembourg, the VAT will be based on the sales price, whilst in Gibraltar it will be placed on the import value. So Gibraltar will be the cheapest place in Europe to buy British, made in the UK, goods. We've bought, I think, 16 or 20 new red pillar boxes. We've bought, I don't know how many new red phone boxes. The Gibraltar Taxi Association have done an excellent job. They believe in Gibraltar. They're investing in Gibraltar. I think there are something like 20 new London black cabs coming to Gibraltar in the next few weeks.
Black chariots of democracy. London black cabs in Gibraltar. Is that a first?
It is a first. You saw that John Cortez was carrying out the trials. They're electric. Gibraltar is going to feel very, very, very British indeed.
Mr. Picardo also said the Transport Minister was looking at a park and ride as well as upper rock transport solutions. The Chief Minister ended his interview looking ahead to a brighter future.
And that Gibraltar, that vibrant, positive, growing Gibraltar, is the Gibraltar that I want for my children and for my children's children. A Gibraltar that gives them access to the European continent and to the United Kingdom, that their British passport with their Gibraltar ID card will be the most valuable in the world. Access to Europe, access to the United Kingdom, and through the United Kingdom to the rest of the world. That is what we've been fighting for. And my goodness, if Joseph and Michael and the rest of the teams helped us to get there.
The interview was recorded a couple of hours earlier as the Chief Minister had a prior engagement, so he was unable to answer viewer questions which poured in. We'll hope to address these over the next few weeks as we continue to digest and analyse the treaty's contents and what they mean for Gibraltar.